Sometimes I look at, I don't even know how I'm recording this, but sometimes I look at the trees outside here. Just others. I saw a dove this morning, and I love doves, man, because the sound they make, that cooing sound. I remember Bert talking about them on Sesame Street, but I never thought I'd love them so much as I did when I was in Iraq. Because it's such a fucking dirty shithole, right? It just is, man. I think the country was probably pretty before it just got destroyed. And there's pretty parts still, being vague. It just is what it is. But I remember I had a palm tree outside my window where I lived in one of my deployments. The palm tree didn't have a top. It had been burned off or some shit. It was just basically a stick sticking out of the ground. But there was a couple little palms trying to come out of it. But this dove used to land there, and I would hear him outside my window. And it freaking brought me to a place of peace. That's what I remember. Sometimes he wasn't there. I was like, he or she. I was like, please come back. Please come back. I need you. It was so much fucking tension and stress and fear over there constantly. And we suppressed it. So I needed some fucking peace. I needed some way to just get my mind off of that shit. And that fucking dove helped. That dove helped. It really did. And this morning I saw one coming out of the gym. He was right by my right foot. I almost kicked him. I thought he was injured at first. But it's so beautiful and so perfect. I just really stared at it, was really present with it. And I thought to myself, that pigeon's having its own experience. It was born. At one point, it was an egg. It's doing all its thing. It's doing whatever the fuck pigeons do. Sit on top of roofs with other pigeons and coo, right? Yeah, they're kind of like pigeons. They are in the pigeon family, actually. I YouTubed it once to see what a dove and a pigeon, they're very similar. I think it's actually pigeons are in the dove family. But the dove was fucking awesome. I felt that again this morning. I was amped up thinking about all the shit I gotta do today, and that fucking dove brought me to a place again of peace. And I believe if you look at something out in nature, or even a baby or anything, if you just for a moment try to actually get into your breath, get into your body, and look at that thing, not just glaze past it, you'll see the perfection of God's creation. You won't just see it, you'll feel it. And it's going to feel familiar because you used to feel that way all the time when you was little. And that's all this journey is, men. It's a journey back to who we are. It's a hero's journey. We were in our heart when we were born, and we got in our head to protect ourselves from all the shit that happened in our lives. We went from here to here, and we're going back now to here. And we're going to use this thing to help us move forward and up, not hinder us, which is what is happening to the majority of people out there. Their mind, they are becoming their mind. They believe all the stories that the mind comes up with. If you notice your mind, it never shuts up. It never shuts up. And sometimes, at first I was like, how do you know the difference between a thought and like God, right? Like God talking to you in a thought, right? How do you know the difference? I mean, you probably know, but here's something I came up with. If it's got any type of fear in it, like worry, like I wonder what, that's not God. It's that fucking simple. God, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, unconditionally loves you and me. And that energy, that feeling is in everything he created. I say he, you know what I mean. Everything God created has that unconditional love and beauty in it. And you saw it when you were little. Maybe you don't remember. I do. I got lucky. I remember it. And it's coming back more and more in glimpses. That's what that was this morning. So I tell you that, I ramble all those words to say this. Take some time once in a while. I'm always talking about action. But you know, action doesn't mean have to be doing something. Take some time sometime to just fucking sit. I actually set a timer and make myself sit still outside. And I tell you what, it's not always fucking awesome. Sometimes it's really hard because I'm like, I got shit to do and I feel like getting up. But there's other times I'm like, holy fuck, I can't get up. Because I see the beauty that was right in front of me the whole fucking time. So take some time to be still, disconnect, turn that fucking phone off, put it in airplane mode at least while you're sitting there. Just forget about it. Just look the fuck around. I think a park's a great place to do it because there's so much. Most people are pretty happy in a park. All right? I love parks. I go to them all. Actually, I bought this place I'm at because it's next to thousands of acres of parks, literally. And I just got here and I'm going to keep exploring. So get out there where you live. Take some time. Ask God, ask your higher power to nudge you once in a while to be still. You could ask that. You could set an intention. Hey, I'd like to be still more. And source, God will nudge you and you'll feel that. And you'll hear your mind say, no, we don't have time. Take time for yourself to just be still and look around. And I bet you too can feel that thing that has never left you. That unconditional love, that feeling of wholeness, that feeling of no lack, like everything's going to be okay. That's what that dove brought to me. Thank you, dove. Thank you, God, for this fucking life, man. I'm glad I'm waking the fuck up. Come join me. Mucho love.